Right now, the largest AI companies are spending tens of billions of dollars a year on infrastructure, research, and compute power. Meanwhile, their revenue from actually using those systems is a fraction of that cost. OpenAI, Google, Meta, and others are basically running at massive losses. So how are they getting away with it? And more importantly, what's the actual technology and business model that makes this math even remotely possible? Think of it like building a power plant. You spend billions up front to construct it, buy the turbines, lay the grid. For years, you operate at a loss while you build your customer base. But eventually, once millions of homes connect to your network, the cost per user drops dramatically. The same thing is happening with large language models, except the power plant here is a neural network. Large language models are trained on basically all the text that exists on the internet. Training GPT-4 or similar models requires running through that data across thousands of specialized processors, typically GPUs or TPUs, for weeks or months. The energy bill alone costs millions. Once the model is trained, you have to keep those servers running 24/7 to serve user requests. That infrastructure expense doesn't stop just because you finish training. It scales with demand. So as more people use ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, you need more hardware, more electricity, more cooling systems, more real estate for data centers. The revenue model right now is mostly subscriptions and API access, which brings in real money but nowhere near enough to cover the underlying cost structure. Here's where the bet comes in. AI companies are operating under the assumption that the value of these models will compound over time. Better models cost more to train but can do more valuable things, so presumably they can command higher prices or capture entirely new markets. They're also banking on efficiency gains. A model trained in 2026 might use 30% less energy than one trained in 2024, thanks to better algorithms and better hardware. That margins improve. The bet is that compute costs will follow the same curve as other technologies did, where the price per unit of capability drops exponentially while applications multiply. Smartphones were technically possible in the 1990s but made no economic sense until manufacturing scale and usage exploded. The other piece is that these companies have diversified income streams beyond just user-facing products. Google sells cloud services. Microsoft uses Copilot to drive Office subscriptions. Meta builds AI models that improve ad targeting, which actually does generate meaningful profit. So the massive loss leader in pure research subsidizes itself through existing business lines. If you want to understand how neural networks actually learn, we've covered that on the channel already.